Hi, this is Suzanne Hiron, your Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. Today I'm going to show you the Magic of Versamark. So the Versamark is a thicker, stickier ink that takes a bit longer to dry. But it gives amazing results and I love it because it's so versatile. So first let me show you how you can do a watermark image on backgrounds of your cards. So you may not see this much right now, but we'll move in a little closer and you'll see that it's a really nice tone-on-tone image. So that's one use. So you just stamp it as you go along and you leave it to dry. The second use for Versamark is probably the most fun of all. That's where the magic starts, and it's called heat embossing. So let's try an example of heat embossing so I can show you exactly what I mean. So I've inked up my stamp. This is called an embossing buddy, and I'm going to run it on my cardstock to get away all the static. Then I'm going to apply it to my stamp. I like doing the cardstock on the stamp when they're big. So I've got my image here. I'll bring in my little container, the clear embossing powder, and I'll just apply it liberally to the cardstock and then remove the excess before I start to heat it up. So this is what it looks like. The magic of it is because all this powder is little particles of plastic, and when you heat it up, it melts the plastic into a clear embossed image. So I'll show you exactly what I mean. So I don't know if you can see the sheen of it. It gets really shiny. And it's a tone-on-tone because I use the clear embossing powder. What it allows me to do now is to emboss resist. So what I'll use is a little sponge here. And just to show you, I can just run the sponge between the embossed lines and apply some color as I go along. So once you've done that, you can just wipe the piece of cardstock with a tissue and that'll remove the ink from the embossing. So here you have it. So that's called the emboss resist technique. Now the next fun technique I'll show you with the Versamark is actually the heat embossing and in a colored powder. So let's do a couple. Oh, forgot to run my embossing buddy. Here we go. Let's try this again. What I'm going to do now is apply some gold powder to these little flowers and do the same type of heat embossing that we did before. You want to get rid of the excess because when you heat it, it'll stick to your cardstock, whether you like it or not. So let's heat these little flowers. Here you have these pretty gold flowers that have been heat embossed with the gold embossing powder. Aren't those gorgeous? So you see, Versamark gives you a lot of different options. Once you try it, I'm sure you'll just love it. Thanks for watching. See you next time.